Hi, we are from group number 6, including 4 members, Đăng Kỳ Nhi, Quách Bảo Trân, Nguyễn Huy Hảo, and Bùi Quang Tú. Today, we are going to present about organizational change, a case study of Pepsico Foods Vietnam Company. Our presentation will include 7 parts. First, will be the introduction about Pepsico Foods Vietnam Company. Second, reasons and forces for change. The third one is types of change. Fourth one will be steps in change management process. Fifth one will be problems during change. Sixth will be results, and the last but not least is the recommendation. Well, let's start with the first one. Introduction about company. PepsiCo Incorporated is an American multinational food, snack, and beverage corporation headquartered in New York. And currently, PepsiCo serves 200 countries, and it is the world's leader in field of beverage and food products, with a revenue over $60 billion and 285,000 employees all over the world. It is among top of 5 largest food and beverage companies in terms of annual revenue. And in 1994, PepsiCo entered the Vietnam beverage market with 2 brands, Pepsi and 7-Up. But after that, the company launched the first food product snack. The name is Poca, but later on it changed to Lay's to compete directly with Coca-Cola. And then after that, PepsiCo established Pepsi Food Vietnam with more than 300 employees under the lead of Mr. Nguyễn Đức Huy, the general manager. Thanks to Mr. Hui's leadership, the company has been very successful in branding and bringing the products closer to consumers. And besides Poca, there are other different brands including Cheetos, Waker, Gatorade, and Doritos to address other sectors. However, it's not that easy to enter Vietnam market with a significant growth in the food industry, and with the emerging of other big competitors like Li Weiwei, Orion, Mondelez International, the company really feel threatened. And in order to adapt with the market and with the purpose of expanding the business scale, Pepsi Food Vietnam needs to change. After the global town hall meeting in the end of 2018, the board of management decided to make change in the global structure for the sustainable and profitable growth in the future. And it is the very first important step towards achieving the goals, including increase 10% net revenue, increase 10% net operating profit before tax, and achieve $10 billion net revenue. And the new structure is part of the multi-year transformation journey, and that's why Pepsi Food needs to adapt very rapidly to the change in the marketplace. Let's move to the reasons and forces for change. Well, there are various reasons for change, but we are grouping into 2 main categories. The first one is the external forces. Pepsi Food Vietnam greatly affected by the expansion of competitors like Orion. Orion has the highest market share in the potato chip industry. Even though Pepsi Food achieved 3% growth with the revenue of $3.3 billion for snacks like Lay's and Fristo, Pepsi Food Vietnam only ranked the second position in comparison to Orion, with their brand product is All Star. So that is the external forces. The internal forces, there are 2 reasons. The first one is that the high wage cost to employees, especially for senior levels, and because of the structure multi-layers. Additionally, the company was not equipped with enough technology and software to reduce the manual work. That's why it cost the company very high cost to employ and train staffs. Given the situation, the company really conducted change, and they have many different types of change, including branding change, structural change, cost change, cultural change, and finally process change. Let us walk you through the detail of the change. The first one is branding. When entering the Vietnam market, Pepsi Food Vietnam only launched Poca, that is the main brand, but until November 2018, the company decided to change it into Lay's instead of Poca. Lay's is the world's #1 potato snack. The initiative is to leverage the influence of the well-known brand in the world, and in addition, to increase the customers' awareness, Pepsi Food Vietnam also organized a series of launching events starting from November 2018. For the structural change, initially, general managers supervised all functions in Vietnam, including sales, marketing, supply chain, finance, HR, global procurement, franchise, and legal. This multi-layer structure caused the impact on the decision-making process, and in order to move quickly, the organization needed to be leaner with fewer decision makers and layers of approvals. So that's why Pepsi Food Vietnam decided to delayer. And so the role of general manager in each country was removed and replaced by commercial director. And only commercial management position will report to commercial director. The other position will report directly to their regional functions instead of commercial director. And this also ensure the consistent in the strategy implementation global wise, and also allow Vietnam team to focus on sales revenue and productivity. The third one in terms of change is the cost cutting. The major overhead costs were the labor cost for top and middle management position and the cost for inefficient brands. Therefore, Pepsi Food Vietnam cut the headcount of top and middle management positions, and also the company shifted the focus of non-potato chips to Lay's potato chip. That's why Pepsi Food Vietnam has achieved the target of cost cutting up to 10 billion Vietnam dong in 2019. For the cultural change, with the purpose of diversifying company culture, Pepsi Food Vietnam also changed by transferring some top position from other countries like China, Thailand, India, and Australia to Vietnam. And it improved the efficiency, accountability, the responsibility of the employees, and is seen as a good opportunity for employees to integrate and work with professionals from different countries. For process, last one, in order to increase the company productivity, Pepsi Food Vietnam applied the process change for operations, global procurement, and business information system by launching the automation line PC46 from Australia, and by applying software like SAP, Oracle, and integrated system of procurement. Of course, when we change, we have to face the problems, and we're going to get through the problems in Pepsi Food Vietnam when they change. The first problem is with the branding. There were two problems because branding change affected to the loyal customer who already get familiar with Polka. And that's why when they change to Lay's, it will somehow affect the purchasing decision of the loyal customers. Secondly, it took more time to build the customer awareness from beginning for Lay's brand. Coming to the next problem is the culture change. The biggest problem is the culture shock because each country will have a typical culture, and when an expat comes to Vietnam or to another country, it will take months for them to get familiar with new environment. And some employees, they cannot adapt with the management style, with the personalities of their line manager, and in addition, the language barrier is considered as the biggest issue. And there are some other difficulties like communication, like if different languages, even dialects. And that's why some employees, they decided to resign, and it impacted the turnover rate of Pepsi Foods Vietnam. There is also a problem with cost cutting. When Pepsico Vietnam decided to cut the cost by removing headcount and benefits, employees felt confused, and then they lose their loyalty with the company, and that's why there was an increased turnover rate, and that cost Pepsico Vietnam more money to recruit and train new staff members. The last problem is with the process. With the advanced technology, employees need to spend more time to study and get familiar with, and also there was a cost to invite experts coming to Vietnam to teach employees with the new advanced technology. But every change, whether it's difficulty or not, it will bring the results, the positive results. The first one is in branding change. Thanks to the branding change, there was significant increase in sales revenue for potato chip. The second one is for culture change. The employees, they are becoming more aware of responsibility and accountability. In addition, they were empowered to make decisions, so the company productivity increased. And the most important thing is that employees get familiar with diversity of the culture, and their level of language skills was improved, and they were becoming more proactive in working styles. Results of cost cutting was impressive. According to the data from Total Reward team, the result of cost cutting in Pepsi Food Vietnam decreased significantly due to restructure. Actually, the headcount reduced 495 into 357, and it saved the company $1 billion. Well, if we have a chance, we would like to give some recommendation for the change. According to our team, we think that Pepsi Food Vietnam can do better with their branding. First, there was the combo for promotion campaigns, like the old branding can be given away with as the promotion gift with the new branding, and in this way, customer will be aware of branding change. For the culture, we should have treat the employees with the respect and give them appropriate support, and then there will be some cultural activities to assist the employees to blend in the new culture. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you for your attention.